that y'all are here with me this evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You could have been absolutely anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to be here with me this evening, and I appreciate that. If y'all don't know who I am, my name is Tanjanika. My friends and clients call me Tangi. I am here to talk to you all about global sports. I'm here to talk about the World Cup, but I'm mostly here to talk to you about life and my opinion about things, my different perspective on things, and I think you might be interested. So come on in, tell me your name, tell me where you're from. Let's chit chat. Let's talk about some things. There's so many updates that we have to discuss tonight, cause baby, I got them for you. Okay, let's start off. Cause I listen. I had to write it all down. I had to be like, whoa, what a tangled web we weave. What a tangled web we weave. Okay, so last week we discussed 100,000 tickets being canceled for the World Cup. The World Cup is coming to the United States. Um, and so things are transpiring in a way where people around the world don't feel safe. They feel like, hey, boo, hey. They feel like they are not safe coming to the United States, and so they're canceling their ticket. So that's going to affect revenue for people that have invested or were going to invest or were going to be a part of the World Cup. That's going to affect them big time, right? Plus the whole cities that have already put up money to build things, to tear down things, to get rid of the homeless, to educate, to market, to try to recoup some of the money that they've spent for the World Cup. So that's what's happening currently around the world. I just had a conversation with Kansas City, and I will be there very, very soon. They're doing some dope things there. I'm really, really excited about Kansas City, and we're all just proceeding, and I think that's the message that I want to give for you guys tonight. I'm going straight into it because we got a lot to discuss, and we won't have no time for lollygagging. Won't have no time for lollygagging. Do you understand me? So I think that we should continue on with the mission at hand, because what you don't want to do is that the World Cup still comes, because I'm telling you, they put anger and bitterness and evilness aside for games. They do that since the Roman Empire, since all of that, right? So I think if the games still happen, when the games still happen, people are still going to come. Not as many as that we originally hope. And the 75 countries that are banned, they won't be able to have their fans to come. So it's still up in the air. But I want you to monitor the situation. I do not want you to dismiss it. I don't want you to give up on the situation, because what the worst thing that can happen is, by the time June gets here, the countries will start to act right. They'll start to see the power of the people. They'll start to see their pockets dwindling. Paris, France is already going bankrupt. I'm talking about they bald head broke. Do you hear me? They bald head broke. They broke ugly. Do you understand what I'm saying? All because Africa was like, no more. No more. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I love that for them. I want to see the 400 years head start, 500-year, 1,000-year head start. Where did it go? Did you think it would last forever? This is an example. We have to pay attention to all of it. And I'm going to be jumping around because there is a message to all of this. We have to pay attention to all of it, okay? I'm going to have a specific message for my people, okay? A little later, so stay tuned for that. The point I'm trying to make is, you are starting to see the degradation of countries because they don't have the money, the gold, the precious metals. They don't have the money to sustain all of the theft that they've had all of these years. They can't sustain it. It's unsustainable. It's like a Ponzi scheme. Oh, that's a good example. It's like a Ponzi scheme. They have to keep getting the money, right? They have to keep getting the resources. And if we don't keep doing that, then we're going to run out. And it ran out way quicker than they originally thought. So you will start to see countries like, look, we got to have the World Cup, because the grand prize for the World Cup, for the Club World Cup, it was like $1 billion pot. So there's substantial amount of money just for the clubs that win. Whoever wins the World Cup, there's a lot of money for that club. There's a lot of global press for that country. There's a lot of tourism that will happen. There's more effort and energy that will be put into their football program. So people are really, really excited about this game. They always are every 4 years. It's not like it happens all the time. So with that being said, let's continue. Um, I want you to still pay attention to the World Cup. I want you to still pay attention to the opportunities that could present itself in hospitality, retail, transportation, cybersecurity. There's still opportunity, security. There's still opportunities there, but just pay attention. Just watch, and I'll keep you posted on that. And with that being said, our president, we got to talk about it. We have to talk about it because one of the things that I was most disappointed in this week was our president accepting someone else's Nobel Peace Prize. I got to get close. I got to bring it in. If that wasn't the loserest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life, I have never seen anything like that in my entire life. Oh my God, his pride didn't kick in. It didn't. It don't even work like that. That's not even how it works. And for her to even do that, she's equally as weak. Venezuela, you have an issue. You have a problem with this, whoever this young lady is, that thought yielding to a bully that kidnapped your prior president and giving him the award you won outright because he was not eligible to get one himself. Do we understand what's happening? This is basic elementary games here. This is my trophy. You cannot just get it because I feel like giving it to you. That's lit. You will not, the name won't be transferred in history. Nobel Peace Prize will not recognize him now as a Nobel Peace Prize winner. The rest of the globe will not do it. So now you just ain't got your Peace Prize. He got 2 Peace Prizes because FIFA gave him one too. Are we tracking? FIFA made up an award for him. Because he was ineligible to get a Nobel Peace Prize, FIFA, the Federation of International Football Association, they made up a FIFA World Cup Peace Prize. They gave it to him. That was not enough. That was not enough. That was not enough. This is bigger than we think. I'm bringing all of these things up because surface level, it seems like it's not a big deal. Okay, so she gave him. This is when you keep encouraging and empowering a bully, you will wonder how you ended up on the other side and how you are asked out and the bully seems to be winning and they keep taking stuff and it is not till you beat Debo ass. I think the right people got that context. I'm not explaining further. It is not until you stand up to the bully that the whole entire community, society, neighborhood, global, whatever, wins. And I'm not saying that that's your job. I'm saying stay out the way. What made you think giving him your Peace Prize was the best plan of action? And did it work? I'm trying to figure out if it worked. The fact that he accepted it, it probably did. And that in itself should scare the American public. Like, are we that easy? Are we just throwing it in a circle for anybody who can give us anything? This doesn't even count as something. This does not even count. This does not even count. And when I say, you guys voted for this twice, by the way. I think it should be mentioned. I think that's a fair assessment. I think that's super fair. I think that's super fair to bring up. I can't think of a country less deserving. These are the comments, is what I'm telling you. Because we asked for this. And when I say we, I mean y'all. When I say we, I mean y'all. Do you understand what I'm saying? When I say we, I mean y'all. Because I did not vote for this. Be very clear. To be very clear. Okay? We saw the signs. We knew exactly what it was the first term. Okay, we were so fed up by the last administration that we was like, we're going the complete opposite direction. We had other options. And we keep going back to the same old two-party system as if we don't have any other options, as if we can't shake it up ever. And this is what we get. And this is what we get. So the fact that he accepted that Nobel Peace Prize was so embarrassing to me this week. I thought that was insane. Because that to me was a bigger picture. That means like He's a child, and like the only way to stop him from crying is to give him a pacifier, to give him something, and to give him an award that you have earned. And I know it don't, at this point you're like, I know I'm a Nobel Peace Prize winner, it's in history, I just gave him that's literally still the same thing that matters to him, and things that matter to him should be taken away. Do you understand? We should not be encouraging and feeding into this. So I say all this to say, that was insane to me that happened this week. Another thing that happened this week. Oh, let's do the tendernism update. Let's get that out the way. Okay, tendernism. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Unc works for Destination Smokehouse. This is good. Okay, this is good. First of all, I find out that the white guy is a Marine. Allegedly. But he is. And I speak Marine so fluently. They'll die on any hill. It doesn't even matter the hill, right, wrong, or indifferent. They will die on any hill. And this is what you're seeing. What you're seeing in real time is him dying on his hill. And I love it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's this young gentleman. He's actually very old. His name is Unc, and he came up with the term tendernism. Black people don't even say tendernism. He said tenderism wrong, and that became his word. So now it's Black people word, just by default. He said the word tendernism, and it went viral. A Black attorney trademarked it to protect him, allegedly. We still haven't confirmed that, but that's allegedly what he's doing. The company that Unc works for went back and filed another trademark after the Black attorney filed a trademark. The restaurant filed a trademark, lied on their trademark application and said they were the first to use it, and did not put Unc on the trademark application. Now he done fired Unc and sent him somewhere. He done put him on a plane. Do you hear me? Got a video of Unc. He got to go take care of something. Does he really? As Unc is walking off, he says, oh, you can't say you love me on camera no more? This is the white guy saying this. He done put his foot all the way up in his ass. And I just know he hate the fact that Keith Lee showed up at his restaurant. And now it's yours. You can have it. We know what to do. You know what to do. Automatic stop. Automatic cease and desist. Shut it down. That's all we needed to see. Shut it down. Wrap it up. Done. Done. And this is, and again, this is a bigger picture. This is a bigger picture. What you have here is a white man, and this is exactly what's happening throughout history and throughout time. You have a white man that came up off of a Black man, and instead of compensating him and continuing to win and reap the benefits and the rewards, you say, no, I don't want Black people to get any credit because it's mine. And so therefore, what you're going to do is remove the Black person who got you the money in the first place. We wouldn't even know about this restaurant. We wouldn't even know about you at all, right? You're going to remove the Black person who got you the notoriety in the first place, and you're going to put yourself on camera, because I can do it too. This is what I'm saying. I can do it too. How hard is it to get in front of a camera and, like, with zero personality, super unseasoned? Super unseasoned. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm going to get on camera and I'm going to bring the crew with me, because it's not just him. Y'all are sitting up here just, you want to give him a tip. He's not the only person that works here. This is the attitude of the white guy. He's quite upset. He's quite upset that you all are only acknowledging the Black guy who went viral for saying tendernism for some meat that they actually cut. It's not even tendernism. They cut the meat so that the bone falls off. The fraud. Do you understand? So not only are you fraudulent, you don't even want the person that got you exposed in a positive way, not in the fraudulent way, but in the positive way. You don't even want him to benefit. Okay, so you got rid of him. And now you got everybody in the kitchen around doing taste tests. And it's so unseasoned. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. They don't know why they're there. They have never been on camera before. They might be uncomfortable because at any moment now, do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? Popsicles could pull up at any moment now. So what I'm saying is, this isn't even wise. This isn't even a wise strategy or move. Because if we know Unc is there and he's being compensated accordingly for his tendernism contribution, do you know how we pulling up? People were flying there just to try it. And now you have nothing. And until you do right by Black people, it will always crumble. It will. That's the message. That is not even a threat or a warning. That is the message. You so upset that we are thinking that this man is the owner, and whole time we just want to show him love. That is how Black people embrace Black people. We want to support him because we think he own it. We think he cooking. We think he doing it, and he old as fuck. We want to see him win. But now you're a middle-aged white man who's entitled and you're about to lose it all. What a tangled web. What a tangled web. Was it worth it? Was it necessary? It matters in the context of everything. In a time where everybody is pinching their dollars. And in a time where people just are not spending the way they used to, in a time where it is so uncertain, and we might actually be at war right now. You got the nerve to piss the number one consumers on the planet off? That's not a flex, but I'm just saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not wise. So that is the tendernism update. He has since fired Unc, allegedly. Unc is not there. Unc is no longer in the videos, but you got the management all in the videos, making the meat, dancing, okay, let him have it. This is what I'm saying. And this goes back to another point. Let's keep going. We're moving right along because there's so much to discuss tonight. If that is what they want, let them have it. Let them have it. I'm so sick of it. Another thing that happened this week. This is all this week. This is crazy. This is the title. Trump officials in Louisiana put an end to another decades-old school desegregation order. Trump administration and Louisiana officials have lifted another decades-old desegregation order, part of a campaign to end court mandates they describe as outdated. A federal judge on Monday approved a joint motion from Louisiana and the U.S. Justice Department to dismiss a 1967 lawsuit in DeSoto Parish Schools, a district of about 5,000 students in the state's Northwest. It's the second such dismissal since the Justice Department began working to overturn desegregation cases it once championed. There's more. I'm not going to read it. You get the gist. You get the gist. You know what that told me? That told me Marcus and Malcolm were right. Martin wasn't. And I feel like we need to be bold enough to say that now. Ever since we tried to integrate with people who don't fuck with us, who don't like us, who can't stand us, who don't want to teach us, who don't want to feed us, who don't want to do anything with us, but is so fascinated by us. I'm talking about so fascinated by us. I'm talking about I can't look away, but I don't want y'all near me. I want the light, the stoplight, and I want all the inventions that y'all create, but I don't fuck with y'all. I don't want y'all near me. I don't want y'all near my children. Okay. I say okay. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we're the new adults. I'm 40, 80s baby. I don't know how old y'all are, but we are the new adults. And them older ones, they have a different mentality. It's fine. We're moving right along. Because if I had a vote, if I could just rewind time, if I could just circle back, I swear to I I would have voiced my opinion. Because I never thought this was a good idea. I never, since the beginning, I'm like, well, why would we fight for that? Why would we hang out with people who don't want to hang with us? To be like, so okay, we integrated so that hopefully they would leave us alone and we would no longer have Rosewoods and Tulsas. Okay, how has that worked out? Has that worked out? Has that? Because I just see everybody losing. Everybody losing. Except, you know what I did? I lived in a neighborhood. I want to tell y'all the neighborhood, but y'all, you know what? Y'all be harassing people, and I'm not trying to do that for that. I lived in an Asian neighborhood when I was in California, and I've talked about this on several platforms before. And when I say everything was in their language, everything, the post office, the grocery store, the convenience store, the yogurt spot, and every employee everywhere looked like them. Their schools taught their language to their children. When I say they didn't play the radio, I'm uncomfortable because they're not. This they house. You better go in the back and be quiet and be glad you here is what I got. And I completely understood because I'm invading their space. I'm invading their space. They made it very clear. And I'm not saying that to be funny. This is their home. They created a community for them and theirs. Thriving community. No, it was nice. No, it was so nice. I'm talking about all their children have built-in manufactured jobs already before they get out of high school. They have the jobs. They're in the community with each other. Their children hang with their children. So it's not like they all being taught different things and going to this public school and go. No, they all have the same values. They all have the same culture. They all have the same system. They understood what proximity means. They understand what preserving their culture means. They understood. And it was non-negotiable. We're not having a discussion about it. This is where our tax dollars are going. This is what I want our post office to look like. This is what. Their city council members were them. They not having, it ain't nobody voting, no nothing that they don't want. It's actually very simple. It actually is very simple. So I wanted to talk about that because I just feel like we keep going in circles, and now is the time. Now is the actual time to like reel it back in it and really get an understanding of how can we change things. We keep talking about race, but we're not talking about the ramifications of race on like generational economics in a conversation that I want to talk about. Like we're not talking about it the way I want to talk about it. Let's let them. You don't fuck with us, okay? Okay. That's cool. We're gonna be right over here. Don't y'all just stay over there. We're gonna take our music. We're gonna take our basketball. We're gonna take our football players. We're gonna take our baseball players. We're gonna take our musicians. We're gonna take our poets, and we're gonna take our writers, and we're gonna take our inventions, and we're just gonna go. Don't even worry about us. You're absolutely right. How dare us? How dare us? You understand what I'm saying? And let's just see. Let's just see how it goes. But no, what happens is they go bankrupt and they get pissed off because how dare you? And they try to unalive you like 200 times like they did President Traore. Do you understand? These are deeper conversations that I want to have, and I just feel like we're not having them. I genuinely feel like we're not having them. And then, so what's the point of talking? What are we discussing if we're not having the real conversations that need to be had? Okay. That was super heavy. I also want to talk about something that I watched this week. His name is, because I want to give him credit. His name is The Regular Podcast. It's called The Regular Podcast. And what he put was Atlanta's Camp Creek Marketplace bigger than you think. If you don't know what that is, in Atlanta, and it's not even Atlanta, it's Southside, right? It's College Park, which is where I'm from. Okay, it's East Point College Park, depending on which part. It's really huge. Okay, so in 2003, I graduated from high school. I graduated from Westlake High School. That is the greatest high school in Georgia. For us, I'll say that. It's one of the greatest high schools. It's very prominent, right? So around that time, they were building Camp Creek Marketplace. And I saw the development firsthand. I saw exactly what was happening around that area and how much money was being put into that area. But I never thought nothing of it. Well, this podcast was talking about how a black guy was trying to get black people to invest in that area. He was going to the rich celebrities in Atlanta and was like, please, this area around here is being developed. You should invest in this. He couldn't get nobody to do it. He took one white guy over there. You know which white guy he took over there? The white guy that built Atlantic Station. If you don't know what Atlantic Station is, that is outdoor mall situation, but it has residential properties. It has all types of things in Atlanta. It's super dope. People go down there to ice skate. It used to be really, really dope back in the day when it was first built. Now it's just, I don't even go there because children are amok. And I don't play with nobody's children. So I don't go there. But it is a place that multi-million dollar development. So he took that white guy over there. He said, oh wow. He immediately invested, got Camp Creek up and running. His white colleagues talked to the white guy and was like, what are you doing over there? You're gonna lose your money. There's no way you're gonna, that's predominantly an African American community. Like, why would you be over there? He was like, have you been over there? This the white guy talking to other white people. Why do, why? Why everybody get it but us is what I'm trying to understand. And I'm gonna be moving different in 2026 because now I'm just tired of talking to people who don't get it. I'm only talking to people who get it. So I'm just giving you an example of recently this week of how we lost out on a major economic opportunity because we weren't positioned correctly. We didn't know about it. That's exactly what the World Cup is. We just be missing everything and it be right under our nose in our backyard. I am from the South Side. I'm from College Park. My family should be eating off that. They should be eating off the Olympics that happened in 96. They should be, and they weren't. And they weren't. Unacceptable. To continue this way is unacceptable. I think that is an amazing podcast. I highly suggest y'all go check it out. It is the regular podcast, and it's Atlanta's Camp Creek Marketplace bigger than you think. Man, I think it was supposed to be 50 acres and now it's like 200 some acres. Do you understand? It's right by the airport. We have the world's busiest airport. So it's only going to continue to get bigger and bigger. And you know what's going to happen? It's black on now. And before you know it, 10 years, 20 years in the future, I'm going to go there and I'm like, what the hell? Unrecognizable. Because we ain't over there, we ain't own nothing, we ain't buy there, we ain't doing that. Do you understand what I'm saying? I remember I used to go get my nails done from the only black owned nail salon in Camp Creek. She had to sell it because it was just her and she was stressed out and struggling and she was older. She done sold it. It's some Asians that own it now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? This is how we supposed to fight everything. How are we, and I'm talking about the people, but also black people, specifically because that's the people. How are we supposed to fight everything? At what point are we supposed to breathe? Are we going to wait till everything is like wiped out and then we're like, okay, everybody's gone. Now let's build our stuff. Is that what's going to happen? I'm just really trying to understand what the plan is. Okay, what else did I want to talk about? I think that was all the heavy stuff that I wanted to talk about. I definitely wanted to discuss something else as well. I thought this was extremely interesting. And all of it matters. All of it matters in the context. I need y'all to understand too. I'm always focused on the money. I focus on sports business, sports tourism, sports tech. Okay, those are the three things. So when I'm bringing up race, I'm bringing it up in the context of money. I don't care who don't like me because of the color of my skin. Cause that, yeah, I know I'm better than you. That's the least of my concern. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not discussing that. What I'm discussing is how all of this affects everything. So remember that this week President Trump visited a Ford plant. Did y'all see that? And the dude and one of the workers said, "You're a PDF protector." Read between the lines. He said, "You're a PDF protector." And so Trump threw up the middle finger at him. It was the most unpresidential thing, but he's done so many other unpresidential things. It's not even that big of a deal, right? It's not even, it's like whatever. So he gave him the middle finger. That gentleman was then suspended. I mean, of course, like Trump is like, get, I want whoever that was found. And that's what power is. That's honestly what it is. Like somebody piss you off, you be like, who was dead? Crush them. And that's fine too, right? That's understood. So he got the guy suspended. Do you know someone started a GoFundMe for that gentleman? And I think it's at $1 million right now. If it's not at $1 million, it's almost at $1 million. He had to physically tell them to stop sending money and cut it off because he was like, send that money somewhere else that may need it. But I'm going to take this milli right here. I'm going to go and just take this milli. Do you understand? Fine. Fine. Completely fine. I'm so here for that. I'm so here for that if that's what you want to do. My problem is, I really want to say this correctly, and not even just say this correctly. I want to articulate this in a way that everybody can simply understand what I'm saying. Another example was I believe it was in Texas, and that black kid, do you remember when he unalived that brother who came in there and attacked him? It was two white boys. One of them came in there and he yoked his ass up and got him up out of here, right? Room temperature. He's now room temperature. He's no longer available. So, and I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm just telling you, I'm trying to say stuff without saying stuff. So I just need y'all to know what happened. So the young black kid in self-defense unalived the white kid. People started a GoFundMe for his account so that he can get a proper lawyer. Do you know GoFundMe cut that bitch off? Shut it down because people complained? Do you understand the context of what I'm talking about? I don't care who makes a GoFundMe for whatever reason. Everyone should have the right to do it. So you mean to tell me this guy who disrespected our president, I don't care how you feel about it. I don't even care. I'm just giving you the context of the situation. He completely disrespected the president of the United States for the world to see. His GoFundMe is $1 million. This young gentleman defended himself and is innocent until proven guilty. He has a right to a fair trial, and in order to do that, he needs to get a lawyer. We wanted to raise money for him, and our GoFundMe was shut down. You know why? Because we don't own a GoFundMe. You're going to bring it back, Tangie. We're going to bring it back home. We keep pouring into other people. Tendernism ain't his restaurant. GoFundMe ain't our organization, our company, so they can just shut it down at the will whenever they feel like it. It don't matter if you think he's guilty or innocent. We want to raise money for our own. We should be allowed to do that without anyone else's interference. And yet here we are. We're not having the same conversation, and that's why I don't talk to y'all. Because the way I think about things, it's like it all matters. It genuinely all matters. And to look me in my face and tell me it doesn't, well, I'm okay. I'm not going to convince you. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to think for you. But the money that was put toward his lawyer fees could have also, when he was proven not guilty or however the situation would have played out, it could have been on his books if he was found guilty. And if he was not guilty, it could have paid for trauma counseling. It could have helped him go to college. It could have helped his family transfer out of a racist. It could have helped him. And it don't matter what he was going to do with it. We ain't policing what this dude about to do with the $1 million that he just raised. Are we doing that? We're not. Is why is what I'm saying. We just need to pay attention. We definitely just need to pay attention. And then finally, not finally, but I definitely want to discuss peace, love, light, and protection. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Um, I definitely want to talk about the Drewski skit. I thought that was dope this week. I thought that was super dope. And I wanted to conclude on a little laughter note because I keep hearing that church members are upset. And I haven't seen that. But I'm serious about my algorithm. I'm serious about my algorithm. Okay? I don't play by my algorithm. I don't even like nothing because I don't want you to think. Do you understand what I'm saying? So maybe I don't follow church people, or maybe I don't know what's going on. But the perspective that I have is, um, I talk about this all the time. I grew up Jehovah's Witness. And at 18, 17, 18, I left that religion. I was like, absolutely not. Once I became aware, not even just aware, I just knew I didn't want to do that anymore. Right. And I never got baptized. I'm always a person like my heart has to be into it, not someone else making me do something. So when I was of age and I decided, I was like, yeah, no, this ain't what I'm trying to do. So I left there and I went straight to Creflo Dollar Church because I'm from College Park. I went to Creflo Dollar Church. If you don't know who he is, he's a mega church pastor in Atlanta. And the first thing that I remember going to his church was like he had like 3, 4 parking lots, and I'm just like, why is the parking lot so big? Like in Jehovah's, first of all, Jehovah's Witness, we not doing no hooping and hollering. It's so old school. It's strict. They run a strict program. We have a song book. We ain't doing. We don't have a chorus. We not everybody ain't up there praise dancing. Ain't nobody running around nowhere. You're in your seat. You're standing there, and you're gonna act civilized. The men have on suits, women have on dresses, slips, stockings. We not doing all that. You're not coming in here as you are. You're not doing that. You're not doing that either. Okay. So I just remember coming to church. I remember the parking lots first. I had to take a bus from one parking lot just to get to the front door. I thought that was insane. I said, I know you lying. I know you lying. I said, okay. It's a lot of people. I remember the ATM in the lobby. I said, now immediate cash. You want immediate cash? 18? How convenient is that? That's crazy. So, and I remember being in I remember like the collection plate, how many times it passed. I remember counting it. It was like 3 or 4 times in one service. I was just like, I'm not I'm not doing this. We don't do this. We have a building fund in Jehovah's Witness, which is probably equally. Do you understand? I'm not. What I'm saying is we give money, but it's is a box on the wall that you put money into. It's not a plate passed. It's none of that. So that was a culture shock for me. I remember some of the sermons that he ministered was just outrageous. It was just fear based. It was a lot of yelling. It was just I didn't. Some days it really spoke to me, especially the music. It really was good for me, and then other days I was just like, what am I doing? I don't want none of it. And that's where I'm at now in life. I'm very spiritual. I am not religious at all. And so when I looked at Drewski's skit, I immediately gravitated toward it because but also I've seen prosperity preachers. I don't know if you guys have ever heard or seen anything like that, but a prosperity preacher is a person that believes that God blesses them with the money, with the Rolls Royce, with the G5 jet. That was another thing. Around that time, he was trying to buy a G5 jet. I was like, this is trying to buy a jet. And I'm not mad. I guess he can have a jet, but like, why do you need a jet, your own jet? He was like, you don't know, I be in the ministry and I gotta go this place and that place and this place. And I was just like, a jet, my jet? Like that. That didn't sit well with my spirit. And so I'm very spiritual but non-religious now. And so I say all that to say I thought that was super dope. This is what we need in our community. We need honesty. We need to have real honest conversation. We still and when I brought up the Marcus and Malcolm were right, Killmonger was right. I don't give a damn. Marcus Malcolm Killmonger is what we need to be right now. That needs to be our thought process. And when I say we still lying about who refused to go to the back of the bus. Do you understand? Like, we need to have open, honest conversations about everything. And I think until we do that, we are going to continue to spin ourselves in circles as well. So until you do right by black people, is it black? And that includes black people. I'm not even joking with that. So there's so much to unpack. And I'm grateful to be able to do this. I'm grateful to be able to talk about these things because I think it's important. And I think at a certain point, we see that all of our social media has been compromised. All of our news has been compromised, especially traditional news has been compromised. So at this point, I don't even know this community, this conversation, all of it has to be taken offline because at some point it's just going to be we can't even discuss it. Because them buying CNN, them buying TikTok, the president or the CEO of YouTube, like when I say all of it, I don't think we have anything no more. I don't think collectively as a whole community, I think we probably have fan base. I think we have fan base, but I'm not on there as of yet. I'm not active. I think that AI and whatever iteration, that's gonna be something to go towards, something to pay attention to. AI social media content situation. Someone needs to create that immediately because the censorship, that's not even what we do in America. We just doing things that we don't even do here, and that's why everything is wrong. That's why everything is just falling the hell apart. We don't even do stuff like this. We don't even act like this. Tell somebody what not to say and what to say when we start doing that. When did we start doing that? I don't even care what your opinion. I never heard anything Charlie Kirk said. Not one thing when he was alive. And then after he passed away or after he was assassinated, I saw all his content. But it didn't piss me off to the point where I thought he needed to. That's him. I talk shit too. I talk shit, and everyone should be allowed. And I believe there should be choices and consequences. I do believe that there are consequences for your actions. So if people stop supporting him, people stop going to his rallies, people stop going to, that's a consequence for the choices of words that you use. But to be, I called that in the beginning. Did y'all see the post that I put up by his wife? In the very beginning, I called it. Y'all are not going to appreciate me, son. I promise y'all not going to appreciate me because I'm telling you, I be calling stuff. And the whole thing is like, I be right. It's difficult being a visionary and early because everybody be slow to get to where you get to. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. But anyway, it's so frustrating. Me too. She said, I'm glad it wasn't one of us. Me too. Me too, because that's just another we don't even do stuff like that. Do you see what I'm saying? We don't even do stuff like that. Because we've been called everything. We don't care who calls us something. We don't do in broad daylight in front of everyone. We don't. We're not doing that. So of course it wasn't us. Do you understand what I'm saying? Of course it wasn't us. Oh, thank you. I'm just stopping by to say you're so pretty. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I missed the tea. You can run it back. You can run it back because the tea was piping hot today. You can run it back. It's not a problem whatsoever. But I just came on here to talk to y'all about that today. This has been such an eye-opener week. An eye-opener week for me. There's something else that I put down here as well that was very interesting to me, but I'm going to hold off on it. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I just think what I've discussed so far has been, a little heavy. Not even a little heavy, but there's, and I'm just passionate about it. I truly believe we do need our own schools because our children learn at different capacities, and I don't even have children. But the way they test our children, the way they teach our children, like it should be us. And the education system is not working. It's not built for the society that we're headed into, the tech society that we're headed into. It's not even sustainable for that. And if you want better regulated nervous systems, our children should not be locked in a room all goddamn day with no sunlight, barely going to gym. We had home ec, we had shop, we had field day, we did competitions, we was outside, we played, we had great relationships with our teachers. Our teachers gave a fuck. Do you understand? I don't mean to brag, but I just remember our teachers actually caring. And even if they didn't, they pretended like they did. They was not trying to be on the gram. They was not trying to be on social media. They was not playing in our face. They graded our stuff. They left us behind. if it wasn't right. I just feel like we was in a different. We had photography, we had music, we had libraries, we had the Dewey Decimal System. We could literally go look up a book. We knew how. We could write in cursive. I'm so upset that children can't write in cursive. I can't believe we let them. And I feel like we've allowed all of these things to gradually take place. And this is what I'm saying. You take one right away, it turns into another, and it turns into another, and it turns into another. And by the way, did y'all see also this week that 158 Democrats and 188 Republicans voted on the same thing? It was to get rid of our something. But I just know, and your favorites voted for it too. Let me look it up. I can't remember what the hell they voted on, but it was just like they was like, who voted it? Oh, I think it was an investigation into what happened in Minnesota, a probe into it, and people was and 158 Democrats and 188 Republicans were voted against it. Now, who you think really got our back? Because y'all seem to be so delusional about it's got to be. Whole time they all in the other country. Everybody. Whole time they all in the other country. Everybody. All of them. This is insane what's happening. I don't even want to be the one talking about it. So it's just insane what's happening. I just need y'all to know that. So you could put a parking lot. You do. You don't need a big building. You really, really don't. You really, really don't. I think that guidance counselors, we had photography, we had so much stuff. I really feel bad for these students. They don't even know how to like chorus, they don't even know how to read music notes. At least we know how to read. We did do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I don't even hear that no more. Do you understand? I don't even hear it no more. Who is doing the things that need to be done for our next generation? It's insane. But anyway, I don't want to get on a soapbox. I don't want to make this too long. I said what I had to say. I think that was really important for us to get on here and discuss next steps. I think it's really important for us to pay attention to what is going on. Oh, I want to tell y'all, I think this is relevant. I think it's super relevant. I've been telling y'all, my itching. I be telling y'all my veteran stories, and y'all seem to be loving those. I think it's therapeutic for me. I bottle so much stuff up about Iraq and the things that I did over there, and the places that I went, and the things that I saw. I just put it in the back of my mind, and it was like, but like, as I'm telling y'all the stories, I was like, oh yeah, I almost dodged death that day. I dodged death that day. I dodged death that day. Oh, I definitely almost died that day. Like what? It's not normal at all. It's not normal at all. Like the stories that I'm telling y'all are true as hell, and I just can't believe I actually lived through them. But what a blessing to know how protected you are and how safe you are, and no matter what, baby. That's why I think I'm more bold now, because I'm like, girl, you better say what the hell that needs to be said. Just say it, cause you literally remember that day. Remember that day. Remember that day. It's insane. It's insane. So, one of the days, I'll tell y'all a story. One of the days I was in boot camp. One day I was in boot camp. One day I was in boot camp. On this particular day in boot camp, it is the day we go to the gas chamber. This is so important and relevant to these times because I just saw something on TikTok. So, on this particular day, we're going to the gas chamber, and they're telling us that we have to don and clear our mask. And not to insult your intelligence, but don and clear your mask. Don is to put on. Clear is to basically inhale it and suck it to your face. Push out. You're not inhaling. So you're pushing the air out that you just put in your face, right? And then you're breathing so that you can start filtering the air and getting it clean. So it's don and clear. Those are the two steps that you got to do in the gas chamber, right? So they tell us this. But I just feel like I need a one-on-one session because I just feel like I didn't get as quickly as the others. But no matter, we have to go into the gas chamber. So there's just small, tiny building. And there's gas that's going to come out the sky. But when you walk in there, right, your mask isn't on. And so think of a square. And in the middle, it is a divider. So There are Marine women lined up on all the dividers, right? So there's one on the back wall, one on this wall, one on this side of the wall, and then one on a group on this side of the wall. And the purpose of this is to keep the aisles clear for the drill instructors, right? So they was like, okay, the first thing that has to happen is when you hear mask, 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 you hear gas, 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 you put on your mask, right? So the drill is gas, 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 and you put on the mask and you push out the air and seal it to your face. That's the rules. That's what you're supposed to do. But when the gas comes out, I put it on, but I don't clear it. I'm smelling and feeling and tasting gas. And I'm thinking it's the real thing, right? It's the real thing. It feels so real. I don't think I've ever been that scared in my life. And I have a really high pain tolerance. I have a very high, like, I don't really be getting scared like that. So this particular day, I was terrified, and the gas, it felt like I just didn't clear it right. So I see the door. I'm standing on the wall right here, and I see the door right here, catty-corner to me. So I'm gonna beeline for the door. I'm just gonna leave. As if that's an option. So I'm running toward the door. Do you know my drill instructor? One of my drill instructors stuck her arm out and clotheslined me. Like, if you've never been clotheslined before, let me tell you exactly what happens. The arm sticks out, it gets caught under my throat. My legs sweep from under me, and I land on my back. And I'm choking because at this time they're toppled on top of me because I can't go out the door. That's not an option. You're not leaving. So they pin me down on the ground. I'm thrashing because I feel like I can't breathe and I feel like I'm dying. Whole time, this isn't real gas. They can't kill all of us, right? But in my mind, psychological warfare, I'm thinking that this is it. I'm in trouble, right? So I'm on the ground. They don't let me out. I have to stay there. And they're whispering in my ear, you ain't going no fucking way. Like, it's psychological warfare. It's insane, the things that they were whispering in my ear as I can't breathe. So after the drill, we go out. It's snot bubbles. I'm crying. Is I didn't don or I didn't clear it. I in fact did inhale whatever gas that was in there. And when I come out, they was like, see, I'm gonna bring your ass back in there. This is what they're saying to me. My drill instructors, it's so traumatic, but they're like, I'm gonna take you back in there. You lucky. And I didn't go back in there. And I don't think I properly learned the lesson of how to don and clear my mask. And I saw a commercial on TikTok about masks because if we're about to be in war, you really do need to know how to don and clear your mask because that was a drill. I guarantee you, Russia ain't, China ain't. Those are not drills. So I promise you, that was one day in boot camp. I lived to tell the tale, and I was fine afterwards. But that was something that truly happened to me. No, it was a true story. I can't believe it. I can't. I was clotheslined. Do you know how awful? Do you know how like you swang on somebody else for something less? But like that was my drill instructor. Anyway, that was a true story, and that happened to me. And I just wanted to tell y'all about it. Hey, boo, hey, that is a true story. So I say all this to say y'all need to go get a gas mask. You need to learn how to don and clear it. And you need to know how to put it on properly and make sure that your family members, everybody got one. That's super important. So I hope that helps. Does anybody have any questions? No, I know. It's crazy. Crazy situation. Absolutely crazy situation. I think that's all I have for today, y'all. I think that's all I have for today. I think y'all are super dope, and I thank y'all for coming in. Y'all could have absolutely been anywhere in the world, but y'all chose to spend this evening with me, and I don't take that for granted. I really, really do. Again, I want to start doing this more, and I definitely will. I go live on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so make sure that you join me. And we're currently filming a documentary, my team and I, about the World Cup. Again, we focus on sports business, sports tourism, sports tech. If you want to know more about that, you can go to iamtangy.com. That's iamtangy.com. And you can find out more information about that. I'm super excited about it. Our next host city is Kansas City. Dawn and Clear, Donn, I believe that's how you spell it. But you use Dawn dishwater liquid to wipe it so that you can get the not residue, but like the fog. Does that make sense? To make sure it doesn't fog up. So that's really important. So it's dawn and clear. So if you have a gas mask, you put it on and then you push it towards your face so you can seal it right here. And then you push out the air that you just brought to your face because that's contaminated air. So you push it out and then everything you breathe in after that should be filtered through the mask. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Well, that did not happen that day for me in boot camp. So we're gonna revisit that. We're gonna bring that back. And I think it's really important that y'all do get a gas mask. I think that's super important. So yeah, DONN. That was a great question. Thank you for asking that. Any other questions? Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Can I teach my kids this technique? You better teach your kids this technique. You better teach them that because it's going to be every man for himself. And you know how they tell you put your face mask on the airplane first so you can help someone else? You got to teach your children that. That's extremely important. And someone as young as probably 2 need to know. Like, I don't know if you can teach a 2-year-old. I don't have no children, so don't quote me on nothing when it comes to no babies. But I know me and mine know exactly what to do. So just follow me. Thank you for everyone that followed. I appreciate you. I wish I could pull you through my phone. Really. But yeah, I think that's super important for everyone to know how to do those things. And, getting a bag together with a first aid kit, getting a bag together that you can grab quickly with extra socks in it, with extra underwear, you might not need a lot, but you definitely probably need a water filtration system, like a portable water something so you can drink water on the go. You're not gonna need sodas, you're not gonna drink Coca-Cola, Minute Maids, none of that shit's gonna matter when the world is ending, okay? You're gonna need H2O. So how do you, and all my people, I don't like the taste of water. Okay, I mean, whatever. I'm not here to argue with adults. You do whatever you feel, okay? But I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, I think it's important for certain things to be in your bag in order for you to be okay. And if the grid goes down, you definitely probably need a satellite phone, or you need a code word. You need a rally point. Where are you and your family gonna meet up at? If I can't talk to anybody, where is our rally point? Where are we gonna meet up at? I think that's super important, and people take that for granted. They don't think about these things until a crisis comes around. What's our code word? Because now AI is calling and mimicking people's phones. We need a code word. Why you trying to play with my daddy? Do you understand what I'm playing? That he know me so well. No, that don't really sound like my she wouldn't even. But they did it the other day to him, and I'm just glad he understood. And it was like 2:30 a.m. in the morning. He was foggy. He was asleep, and he was just trying to understand what was going on. Like what? And they was asking him for money and said it was an emergency. And I'm just like, we just this is what we created. We're gonna whatever. Whatever. But I just wanted to say y'all that I think it's super important for you to have a bag with, and you'll start to see canned goods starting to disappear off the shelves. Pay attention to things. We already got inventory issues. We already got y'all remember how people acted about toilet paper? I'll never let you forget it. I'll never let you forget it. I'll talk about it every time. It was embarrassing. That was the least of the words, that was a clear indication of how people cannot handle stress. They cannot handle just any type of deviation in the plans. They don't even know, like, in a real situation, you don't have toilet paper. I need to be very clear with you. In war, toilet paper comes later. That comes later. That's not immediate. Just FYI, okay? I've been to war, so I'm just telling you. Just telling you. So I thank y'all so much. I think y'all are super dope. I want y'all to enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope y'all are super safe. Please stay indoors if you don't have to go nowhere, because I just don't think it's a safe time right now. Even if I just saw, oh my God, I just saw a video of the popsicle people stopping like a black couple, and the dude is behind the wheel talking way too much. He was like, yeah, I just got out of jail. And I was like, I beg your finest fucking pardon. How is that their business? Y'all talk too much. Y'all got too much to say for me. Y'all got way too much. They're not even traffic people. So them just randomly stopping you is insane. But the fact that you gave them your ID and then you're voluntarily adding more information, you have the right to remain silent, ladies and gentlemen. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I just think you should shut the fuck up. I think that's the message that I'm gonna end with. If you encounter any judicial system person, and I mean that since I'm talking about a judge, a lawyer, a police officer, a fireman, of anything in the judicial system, you should just remain silent. You should. You should. I think that's wise. And that thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you for being here. I think y'all are so dope. And I will be back here on Wednesday. We're going to go live again on Wednesday, and I will see you guys back here. We have so much to talk about. I think I am going to get back on track. It's not, I think. I was just trying to weigh the pros and cons and see what's going on with the World Cup before I started diving back into it. We're going to pay attention to everything, but I still want to prepare y'all for the World Cup when it gets here and make you and whoever you love the most money you've ever made in the shortest amount of time. So we will continue that back up starting next week. I'll tell you the opportunities. I'll tell you what we're doing. I'll tell you what's going on. I'll tell you what I see and where you can pivot and all that good stuff next week. So Wednesday, I will see y'all back here. Have an amazing rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.